Picture, if you will, a small town called Ponyville on a night unlike any other, Nightmare Night, when the veil between worlds grows thin and innocent ponies don costumes, believing themselves safe in their playful traditions. The sun descends below the horizon, surrendering its warmth to the encroaching shadows of this most peculiar celebration. Tonight, we follow two mares, Flutters, a spontaneous Pegasus, driven by a simple wager, and Golden Note, a studious unicorn seeking to prove her independence. They believe this to be an ordinary evening of candy collection. They are mistaken, for ahead lies a house that exists in a strange twilight realm between reality and nightmare. A house that waits, a house that watches, a house that has been expecting them.
Does any pony even live here?
Of course someone does. Come on, I see their bowl of candy up front. Let's move before it gets too dark.
Well, hold on. Just look at it. Wouldn't the ponies living here want to at least check their mail, not to mention mow their lawn? And are those cobwebs I see on the bowl?
That's probably just to scare off the younger Nightmare Nighters. This house could have the candy jackpot, and we'd never know. So what do you say? We check out this house, then call it quits?
I don't know. Something about this house tells me all of this isn't for decoration.
Suit yourself. I'll just go by myself and leave you waiting here on your own, in the dark, on the spookiest night of the year.
Fine, but we'd better be quick.
The two mares begin their approach, footsteps echoing on the stone pathway that leads to the door. Though neither knows it yet, Flutters moves with eager anticipation towards the bowl of candy that awaits, or so she believes. Anticipation, however, is often the prelude to disappointment. She peers into the bowl with excitement dancing in her eyes. That excitement dies quickly.
What the?
The bowl is empty, bare, picked clean by other ponies who came before. Or perhaps it was always empty. A lure, a trap disguised as generosity.
Did every pony already beat us to it? Where's all the candy? Whoever's inside must have more candy.
Dude, are you insane? We are not going inside that creepy house. What happened to being quick?
You were the one who said that, silly. I'm just here for the candy. Remember that bet we made with Spike? I do not want him choosing our costumes for next year. Do you realize how much power he would hold in his little claws?
Oh, curse you, bets we made in the past.
Desperation is a curious thing. It makes ponies see opportunities where wisdom would seek warnings. Flutters glances up from the disappointing bowl and notices something. The door is ajar. Not closed, not open. Somewhere in between. An invitation, or something else entirely. The door creaks open, beckoning them forward into darkness. Blood-red walls pulse with a life of their own, breathing in rhythm with something unseen. They stand in what appears to be a living room. Or perhaps what a living room becomes when the laws of nature take a holiday. The furniture hangs suspended in midair, defying gravity itself.
Flutters? Why is the furniture floating?
Golden Note's logical mind struggles to comprehend. But comprehension, she will soon discover, has no place here.
Whoever lives here, they've got one heck of a Nightmare Night setup.
Flutters moves forward, her oblivious nature shielding her from the truth that Golden Note is beginning to understand. They have crossed a threshold that cannot be easily uncrossed. A staircase materializes before them, ancient and crooked, climbing upward into the shadows that seem to swallow light itself. It calls to her, or perhaps it commands.
Let's check up here.
As Flutters begins her approach to the mysterious door, her mind fills with questions. Are there other ponies inside that room? Does this lead to some hidden exit? Some escape from this place? All reasonable questions. But reason, as she is about to discover, abandoned this house long ago.
One step at a time, Golden. Just like Flutter said, just a very realistic setup.
The staircase groans beneath their hooves, whether in warning or welcome. Neither can say. As its peak sits a door, an impossible door, a door that should not exist at the top of stairs, yet does. Flutter grips the handle, cold, far colder than metal should be. As Golden watches, her instincts screaming warnings her rational mind refuses to hear. Beyond lies a hallway. Not just any hallway, but one that stretches into infinity itself. Terminating in another door, barely visible in the distance, light seeps through that far door like fingers reaching out from another dimension. Flutters stares, transfixed, before announcing her intention to investigate. In this house, dear viewers, intentions have consequences.
I'm gonna go check out what's through that door. You stay here.
Okay, I'll just be right here for moral support.
She walks forward. 1 step, 2 steps, 3. But movement here operates on different principles. For every step forward exists 2 steps back. The hallway stretches, warps, extends itself like taffy being pulled by invisible hands. She is moving, but going nowhere. She is walking, but standing still. Time and space, those reliable constraints have become mere suggestions in this corridor between worlds.
What the?
She stops, turns. The distance between herself and Golden Note has grown impossibly vast. She has moved, and yet she hasn't moved at all. A paradox that defies explanation. She takes more steps forward, each one feeling identical to the last, each one achieving nothing. The hallway mocks her efforts with its infinite expansion.
This hallway, it seems to go on forever. Come and see this.
Golden places one tentative hoof forward. The response is immediate. Final. The door slams shut with such force it seems to shake the very foundations of reality. Flutter's heart races. Regret floods her mind. But regret, like so many things, comes too late. Golden stands alone at the summit of the stairs, consumed by darkness so complete it has texture. She's isolated, abandoned, exactly where the house wants her.
Flutters, what the heck is happening? I want to leave.
Don't worry, I'm on my way.
Panic drives Flutters back towards Golden, racing against something she cannot name. She reaches the door. Golden's voice filters through from the other side, muffled and distant. Her hoof touches the handle. That's where the floor decides to remind them both. In this place, the house makes the rules. The entire hallway lurches, rotates, spins on an axis that shouldn't exist.
Oh, are you kidding me? What now?
Flutters plants her hooves desperately. Golden, on the other side, calls into a void that does not answer. They are separated by more than a door now. They are separated by reality itself.
Flutters, can you hear me? What's happening in there? The door won't budge.
And then, stillness. The rotation ceases as abruptly as it began. Flutters fights to maintain her balance, her stomach churning from the impossible carnival ride she's just endured. She steadies herself, reaches for the door once more. The door that should lead to Golden. The door that should lead to safety. Should. Such a fragile word in this place. The door opens, but nothing here opens into what it should. Instead of her friend, instead of safety, she finds a room. Empty. Sterile.
She was just... Where did she...
A cold certainty settles over her. What she's seeing is real. Terrifyingly. Impossibly real. A mirror stands in the corner, ancient and dust-covered, with a note affixed to its frame, like a warning unheeded. Flutters approaches because she must, because the house allows no other choice. She looks into the mirror, expecting her reflection, but mirrors in this place show truth, not appearance. And sometimes, truth is far more unsettling than any lie.
Ugh, where's my fur? And not to mention my mane.
Above the mirror, a note, yellowed with age. She reads it aloud, her voice small in the oppressive silence.
If you don't proceed with caution, this will be you. Oh, I'm so scared. I'm a spooky, scary skeleton.
The floor opens. No warning.
Oh shit!
No mercy. Just gravity, reclaiming what it was denied. Flutters plummets into darkness. Her scream echoing through the walls that drink in sound like a parched throat drinks water. The scream travels through the wood, through space, through the boundaries of what should be possible. It finds Golden Note, still frozen, still waiting, still hoping this is all somehow explainable.
Flutters? Was that you?
She stands motionless, paralyzed by instruction and terror in equal measure. Finally, she summons the courage to try the door once more. It opens, because now the house is ready for her.
Oh, that actually worked? This door was just... never mind.
The room beyond has changed, transformed into something that was always there, waiting beneath the surface. 3 doors stand before her, where none existed moments before. Each bears a label: sweet, salty, savory. A choice presented, but in this house, all choices lead somewhere. The question is, where? She approaches the door slowly, cautiously, reading each label as if the words themselves might hold answers. Simple words, innocent words, but nothing in this house is simple. And innocence died the moment they crossed the threshold.
Sweet, salty, savory. Where did these come from? Am I supposed to pick one?
As thoughts circle through her mind like carrion birds, she makes a decision. She will open each door. She will see what lies beyond. Perhaps this is bravery. Perhaps this is foolishness. In this house, the line between the two has long since blurred. She opens the first door, sweet, not knowing that some doors show us not what is, but what could be. Beyond exists a vision, herself, older, accomplished, performing before adoring crowds. Everything she's ever wanted. Almost everything.
Is that me? I can't believe it. Dreams really can come true.
For there, in the audience, sits one empty seat. One name embroidered on fabric. One absence that speaks louder than all of the applause combined. Flutters' name. Flutters' seat. Empty. Waiting. Unfilled. Success, the door whispers. But at what cost?
Where's Flutters? It doesn't seem like she would miss something as important as this. I hope nothing bad happened between us.
She closes the door. But images have a way of lingering, don't they? They burn into the mind like after images on closed eyelids. She reaches for the second door, salty, with trembling hooves beyond it. A future where friendship has curdled into resentment, where bonds have become chains, where love has transformed into blame.
I can't keep being a part of your impulsive decisions. I worked for months to earn that position, and it's all gone because of you.
Is that all you care about? A measly title? At least I actually care about you. Unlike everyone you're apparently besties with now.
It doesn't matter. They were the only ponies I cared about impressing. And now they think I'm just a stupid, rebellious kid who can't be trusted. You ruined the only chance I had at making this work.
Well, I'm so sorry if I'm just a waste of your time. Maybe you should just go be like every pony else. Selfish and fake.
She slams it shut, but the damage is done. The vision infected her mind like a virus. What was that? A prophecy? A warning? A test? In this house, questions outnumber answers, and answers come with price tags marked insanity. One door remains, savory. She opens it with the resignation of someone who knows they must look, even as every instinct screams to run. Beyond, darkness. a void, and far below, visible as if through water, a room, a prison, and inside that prison, some pony familiar.
Flutters! Is that you?
Flutters hears the voice, distant, distorted, filtering down through layers of reality, like light through deep water. She looks up, seeking the source, finding only blank walls that refuse to acknowledge the impossible.
Golden? Where are you?
I think I need to jump.
Jump? That doesn't seem like a very safe idea.
Golden Note stands at the precipice of delusion. Logic tells her this is madness. Instinct tells her this is necessary. She backs up, inhales, and launches herself into the void because something, saving what matters, requires abandoning everything that makes sense. She falls through nothing, crashes through everything, collides with Flutters, and together they tumble through the walls that part like curtains, ejecting them finally, mercifully, back into the world they know, or think they know. The grass is cool beneath them. The stars shine above them. They are out. They are safe. They are changed.
Oh, thanks, Celestia. I never thought I'd be so happy to touch grass again.
Golden recovers first, her hooves touching solid ground. Real ground. For the first time in what feels like hours. Or has it been minutes? Time. Like so many things about their experiences, refuses to behave predictably.
I'm so glad you found me, Golden. That creepy house was trying to make me follow all these rules to open the next room, like some kind of endless, twisted puzzle. It was awful.
Flutters stirs, her consciousness returning into fragments. She speaks of rules, of puzzles, of how a house that demanded obedience.
Still bummed there was no candy inside, though.
Her disappointment about the lack of candy would be amusing, if not for the trauma still etched in her eyes.
Let's agree never to set hoof here again.
Oh, I feel sick. Agreed.
Two mares walk home, their hoof steps echoing in the quiet night. They carry no candy, only stories that sound like fever dreams. They arrive at the castle of friendship, bursting in to tell Twilight of their ordeal. Twilight sits reading, surrounded by cheerful decorations that suddenly seem like a mockery of what they've experienced. Hordes tumbling over each other in desperate need to make sense of the senseless.
Twilight! You're never going to believe this! Golden and I came across this freaky haunted house where all the furniture was floating, and I tried to open this door for Golden, but then the floor started spinning, and I was trapped inside this room, and then it turned into this huge thing where we got separated, which was mega creepy, so then we basically had to break the fourth wall to escape.
Yeah, and then when I tried opening this door to get Flutters, I couldn't find her anywhere. But then there were these 3 doors that appeared out of nowhere, and it was so scary, so I had to jump through the last door, and somehow, we made it out alive!
Twilight looks up from her book, studying them with eyes that search for deception or jest. She pauses, weighing their sincerity against the absurdity of their claims. When she speaks, There's amusement in her voice, the kind reserved for elaborate pranks and tall tales.
Did Spike put you up to this? You know how elaborate his pranks can get, especially on Nightmare Night.
What? No, we swear all of this just happened. Look for yourself out the window.
Twilight humors them. She walks to the window, expecting to see something, anything. But when she pulls back the curtain, there is nothing.
You guys crack me up. You should know by now. Spike doesn't play nice when there's a bat involved.
You've got to be kidding me.
The house has vanished, as completely as if it never existed. And perhaps, in this world, it didn't. But in another place, in that twilight realm between what is and what should never be, it waits, patient, eternally, for the next pair of ponies who believe themselves safe on Nightmare Night. Where the house once stood, or seemed to stand, now lies only grass. Innocent grass beneath innocent stars, on what should be an innocent night. No evidence, no proof, no validation for what they experienced. Just empty land and the lingering question, was it ever really there at all?
At least we still have our candy. Oh, are you kidding? We left it inside!
And so, we leave them. Two friends who survived an encounter with something beyond understanding. Twilight offers them a knowing smile before turning to address, well, us. Because sometimes, dear viewers, the line between fiction and reality is thinner than we'd like to believe, especially on Nightmare Night.
Have a wonderful Nightmare Night, every pony. Thanks for watching.
Who are you talking to? Never mind. You know what? That's not important. Brace yourself, Golden. We have to let Spike pick our costumes for next year.
Should we be worried?
Yes. Yes, we should.
Flutters and Golden stand bewildered, their night of terror reduced to a story no pony would ever believe. They've lost their candy. They've lost the bet. But they've gained something far more valuable. The knowledge that some houses should never be entered. Some doors should never be opened. And some nights, the darkness doesn't just watch. It invites you in. The question is, will you accept?